Yes, guys. Topic number 2 is, I'm sure you've all heard about it, but we need to give you our take on it. Is the cancellation of Warner Brothers' Batgirl movie that was meant to be on HBO Max. Yeah, it shocked the industry. Canceling a $90 million film. Yeah. It shocked the directors, it shocked the actors. Yeah.
You're pissed though, ain't you? If you're Batgirl, what's her name?
Oh, Leslie Grace.
Is she pissed?
Do you know what? We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that. I think she's pissed short term.
But long time, it might even save her.
You see.
It might even save her.
Well,
all right.
This comes to us via the Hollywood Reporter. And it kind of gives us a little backstory into it. So it says the HBO Max film fell victim to a change in corporate strategy. On Tuesday, Batgirl filmmakers Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah were in Morocco, where they had recently celebrated El Arbi's wedding at a bash attended by guests such as their Bad Boys for Life star Will Smith. In the afterglow of the happy occasion, they received the stunning news that their upcoming DC film Batgirl would be shelved, despite it being deep into post-production ahead of a planned HBO Max bow. The filmmakers are said to have been given a heads up shortly before articles circulated online. We are saddened and shocked by the news, the filmmakers wrote in a statement Wednesday. As directors, it is critical that our work be shown to audiences, and while the film was far from finished, we wish that fans all over the world would have the opportunity to see and embrace the final film themselves. Maybe one day they will, inshallah. Batgirl was a casualty of new corporate strategy from Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, who opted to shelve the project in order to take a tax write-down on the $90 million film. Multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. The film had been greenlit for around $80 million under former Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar, who also teed up multiple DC projects for HBO Max that would have budgeted more modestly than a theatrical DC offering. Its budget jumped to $90 million due to COVID-19 protocols. Just a few months ago, Batgirl was seen as one of the more intriguing of the upcoming DC films. It hailed from the duo known as Adil and Bilal, who became hot commodities with Bad Boys for Life, which was a good film, and continued to build excitement with well-received episodes of Disney Plus's Miss Marvel, released this summer. Even Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige expressed interest in learning spoilers from the film. Batgirl was also seen as a win for representation, with Leslie Grace being the first Latina to front a DC Extended Universe film, transgender actress Ivory Aquino playing a supporting role, and Adil and Bilal bringing their unique background as Muslim, Belgian, Moroccan filmmakers. Plus, Michael Keaton was back as Batman. Let me just cut because there's a lot to go through.
How old is Michael Keaton?
Oh man,
102.
Yeah. Hold on. Right, the death of Batgirl also hints at a diminished role for Keaton going forward. The actor's Dark Knight, who hadn't been seen since 1992's Batman Returns, was being positioned as akin to Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, an elder statesman who could pop up in multiple films and offer guidance. In Batgirl, he is said to have been at the center of a splashy action sequence. He is also a key part of The Flash, the upcoming movie starring embattled actor Ezra Miller that is due out in June 2023. According to multiple sources, Keaton also filmed a scene for the upcoming Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom that test audiences found confusing, as it was unclear what Keaton's Batman was doing in this universe. Lost Kingdom previously was supposed to open before The Flash. Remember we spoke about it, which we'll go into, which will explain Keaton's return. But last week, Aquaman star Jason Momoa revealed that Ben Affleck was filming a scene as Bruce Wayne, suggesting Keaton had been replaced with Affleck's version of the character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that there's so much. It still goes on, but we're done. We're done. We're done.
We've got enough meat.
Yeah, bro.
Go on, you go.
I'm gonna take a while though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a while because there's a lot to unpack.
There's a lot to unpack, right? So let me just say that I think this is a fantastic decision by David Zaslav. Obviously, he's now hired Alan Horn.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah. Alan Horn was previously Kevin Feige's boss at Disney.
Yep.
Right? So Alan Horn would have had a lot of input in this, right? So they have saved themselves a lot of money because this is a tax write-off now, which means they can never show that film. Never, ever, ever. To get the tax write-off of the 90 mil, they can never, that film cannot see
so
the
they
light
just have to
of
burn
day.
it.
Burn it.
Burn it.
You know what I mean? If they do film it, if they do show it for whatever reason, then they have to declare it and then they'll have to pay the tax on whatnot.
Right.
So they have saved money doing this, right? So just for people who are not familiar with the business, that is how they can save money by not showing the film at all. It's a tax write-off. So then the question becomes, why the drastic action? For one, the film from multiple sources did not test well.
Trash.
Absolute trash from what I've heard.
Okay.
So much so that Zaslav says that, look, we can release this and it can recoup some money, but this is so bad that he would destroy the DC brand for a long time.
Okay. And they can't afford that.
They can't afford
the way Marvel's going on.
Right.
You can't afford.
Right.
You can have mediocre, but you can't have trash.
You can't have trash.
You can't have trash.
You can't have trash.
Yeah.
So the film tested very, very badly. So that's one. And that's going to be important later on when we talk about The Flash. But we'll get there. So the film tested very badly. On top of that, right, the film was greenlit by the old Warner Brothers media, which was Jason Kilar, and then they had Toby Emmerich and another woman, I can't remember her name, who all got fired, basically.
Yeah.
So their agenda, get this, and I spoke to Leon about this, and Leon's aware of this, but their agenda was to shelve Superman and Batman, two of the biggest superheroes going, regardless of Marvel or DC, two of the biggest superheroes going.
In the world.
Ever.
Ever.
That Superman, to me, is the granddaddy of all superheroes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Shelve them and bring in, for the sake of diversity, Supergirl and Batgirl. That wasn't going to wash with Zaslav because he knows the two biggest ones are the ones that's going to make the money.
Yeah.
People are more familiar with Batman and Superman than Supergirl and Batgirl. Right? But the old administration had a thing about changing up, being, I hate using this word, but being woke.
Yeah.
So Zaslav has made a business decision, a very good one at that no, we are going back to the old stalwarts that are known IP, very known IP. You know what I mean? Kind of $1 billion IP. So there's that. On top of that, what's happened also is because of Ezra Miller's nonsense, they kind of alluded to that in the article.
Yeah.
They've had to move the Flash back almost a year, which then, because the Flash film was supposed to explain what Keaton was doing in the Batgirl movie and in the Aquaman movie.
Okay.
So now that they've moved that back, it doesn't make no damn sense why Keaton's in that. In fact, that was one of the comments they made about the test screening.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's Keaton?
Yeah, what?
Like,
Who? How? Why?
Yeah, thank you. So, again, this has messed things up. And that's why Ben Affleck is now filming scenes, reshoots for Aquaman 2.
Right.
So you probably won't see Michael Keaton in Aquaman 2 now.
Okay.
They've shelved these scenes. So Michael Keaton's been hard done by the
No, he's been bumped. He's the casualty.
Well, he is and he isn't because he's an extremely well-known actor.
And he still got paid, baby.
Right. So now, going back to the Leslie Grace comment that you made, that it's hurt her, I would argue that it's actually done her a favour.
Right.
Because if the film is that bad...
You're going down with the ship.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know how many actors have we known that they've done one bad film and that's ruined their career?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would argue that they've actually helped her.
Okay.
By shelving the film. She still got paid. Everyone still got paid for doing the film. There's, but I would argue that she actually got saved.
Okay.
If the film is that bad as they're making out. Now, I bring up the film being very, very bad, according to multiple sources, also because a lot of people are asking, well, if they're going to shelve that, why aren't they going to shelve The Flash? Because they're not going to shelve The Flash.
No.
That's still getting released.
Yeah.
There's two reasons, I think. Well, yes, there's two reasons why The Flash will not be shelved. As I alluded to earlier, Batgirl tested very negatively.
Yep.
The Flash, surprisingly, is the total opposite. It tested very well. In fact, they're saying it's probably DC's best film.
Wow. So that's why they can't.
That's why they're putting up with so much nonsense
from Ezra because it's such a good film.
It's such a good film.
And for those that don't know about Ezra Miller,
look at our previous videos.
Yeah, string of...
We'll put the link in the description below.
Yeah, put the link.
But that's one reason. The second reason is practicalities. The film cost $200 million. Now, I understand you can shelve a film and not, but that's too much.
Yeah.
It's
too much when you know the film's good as well.
Right.
It's good. They know it's good.
Right.
They know it's a winner.
Right.
So
there are suggestions because they still got till next year June, so it's got a year. There are suggestions, but I don't know if it's true, that they might reshoot to get rid of Ezra Miller in there and get someone else in there, because they are again, rumors, but it seems like it's getting confirmed that they are doing that with Amber Heard in Aquaman 2.
Right.
Apparently, Emilia Clarke.
But she had a smaller role, though, innit?
They reduced her role.
Yeah.
But they're seeing how toxic she is now to the film. Like, people will not go and watch this film.
Yeah, because of her.
Because of her. That they're actually, from what I've heard, there's multiple sources saying
Which would make sense.
That they're going to reshoot it with Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
Lucky Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the realm that they could do that with Ezra Miller. Obviously, it's going to cost a lot more with Ezra Miller because Ezra Miller is in almost every scene of the film.
Yeah.
It's the Flash film. So that could be an answer to this Ezra Miller problem, but we'll see. Because apparently, and I didn't want to do a story about it because I'm sick of doing Ezra Miller stories. There's more stuff that's come out about Ezra Miller.
Oh, Ezra.
Yeah. There's more stuff that's come out.
Okay.
So he's like the gift that keeps on giving. Do you know what I mean? But so that might be something that they consider very, very, seriously. So,
listen, I don't have much to add because you put it quite succinctly. There's not much to add. The 90 million, worth writing off. You know it's rubbish. So just leave it. And this is, you see, this is the problem. You said the old Warner Brothers, it's like they're pushing an agenda. Now, we advocate on this channel for female superheroes all day. There are so many. I don't think they need to be at the expense of the main heroes. No. They don't need to be at the expense of the main heroes. We still love Superman. We still love Batman. Supergirl, Batgirl. I mean, they're a nice little add-on, but why are you trying to build,
replace?
Replace. I think you're trying to, I think when they were doing it, they're trying to be ahead of the curve. Oh, this is where it's going. And, they're just trying to keep up with the trends. But it doesn't work this world.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that here. And just a quick segue into First Kill.
That's another one.
Right.
That's another one.
Now, they didn't know whether it was vampire heavy, romantic heavy, and it's been cancelled.
After the first season.
It's been cancelled. Now, we done a review We'll put that in the link as well. We done a review on First Kill and we said that it looks trash. And there was a little bit of backlash. People were like, no, you just saw certain bits, it's good, blah, blah, blah. Now, you know what it takes for a program to be cancelled first season. There is so much rubbish
that gets a
out
second
there
season.
that gets at least a second season. For this not to get one,
that means that a lot of people thought it was
a lot
trash.
of people thought it was rubbish. It's as simple as that. I didn't even care to watch it because the trailer told me nothing. It looked all over the place.
Yeah.
It didn't look, it didn't look good.
I basically wasn't
good.
surprised when I heard that First Kill didn't get a second season.
Yeah.
And you can't
You can't force agendas when it comes to, like things that are already in place. Like superheroes are in place.
Yeah.
They've been written about, they've been drawn forever now. For a long, long time. How are you going to tell me that Supergirl is more powerful than Superman and we don't want to know Superman more?
Right.
See,
this
is like, Black Widow.
Yeah.
If there was a Mr. Widow, a White Widow, for example, it doesn't make sense. It's about Black Widow.
You know my thoughts on derivative characters. I hate it.
Yeah, derivative.
I hate
and that's what you are.
With a small exceptions. Obviously, there's always exceptions to the rule, but generally speaking, 98% of the times, I hate derivative characters. Oh, we've got Batman. Oh, we must have a Batgirl or Batwoman. We've got Superman. Oh, we must have a Superwoman or Supergirl. Like,
Super
be original. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Super
like
dog, Super
Spider-Man. We've got Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. Do you know we've got Hulk, we've got She-Hulk. Like, be original with your stuff. Like, I don't like, generally speaking, I don't like derivative characters. I just don't like them. Like, and to be honest, most of the comic book world don't like them.
No.
There are a few exceptions. Like I said, Miles Morales as Spider-Man. That's an exception. Yeah. He's very well liked. But that's because they didn't try to replace him.
Yeah.
They didn't try to replace Peter Parker with him.
Yeah.
He had his own story.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's why that worked. And his story was good.
Yeah. And it made sense. And it was in a different universe and blah, blah, blah.
They never tried to replace... If they tried to replace Peter Parker with him, then there would have been a problem. Do you know what I mean? But they didn't try to replace Peter Parker with him, and they had a good story.
Yeah.
The problem with so for instance, the reason why they never made a Man of Steel 2 was because, as we said, Superman is the granddaddy of all superheroes, right? They expected Man of Steel to make billions, like a $1 billion film, like a lot of the Marvel films.
Yeah.
It made 600 million. Now, any other film that made 600 million, you're celebrating.
It's a winner.
Yeah, you're celebrating.
It's a winner.
You know what I mean? But obviously, because it was Superman, and they expected a lot more, that's why it never got made. Now,
but did they really think that doing a Supergirl's going to get more than that?
Right.
Even.
Right.
Like, really?
Right. And that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I understand.
That's a very good point.
I understand that they're thinking, like, right, what should we do next? Oh, Supergirl. Of a lesser ilk than Superman. That might make more.
Yeah.
The women might go wrong.
Yeah. And even I don't know if they shelved this, but remember they were gonna do, because I wanted this role, the Black Superman. Because remember, there's a Black Superman, Val Zod.
Yeah.
And that's still, according to IMDB, on the cards. But I've got a feeling he's gonna kill that as well. And you know what? I don't blame him.
No.
I don't blame him.
No.
Make a proper good Superman film
before you start playing these games
with the other ones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I actually would, and a lot of people would actually like to see a Val Zod Superman, Black Superman. Because again, it's very similar to the Miles Morales one.
Yeah, but
it doesn't replace
expense of Superman.
Right, but that's the thing. He doesn't replace. He's in an elseworld.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it'll be good to see that, right? But don't replace Superman. Do you know what I mean? You've got two Superman. That will do. Do you know what I mean? So I love Man of Steel. Did you like it?
Yeah.
I thought Man of Steel was brilliant.
But it don't mean you do Woman of Steel.
Right.
Just because.
Right. Because you made a very good point. Why did people think that was going to make more money? Do Do you know what I mean? If Superman couldn't make $1 billion, why did you think Supergirl was going to make $1 billion? You know, I just don't understand the reasoning behind that. Do you know what I mean? But basically, Zaslav has come in now and he's cleaning house.
Yes,
he's not messing around.
No.
I rate this man so much.
Yeah,
because he's got the balls to make decisions that most people won't make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's come in and he's like, this place is hemorrhaging money. Yeah, you're green lighting stupid films like the Wonder Twins. You don't know about the Wonder Twins, but believe me, it's a stupid idea. It's a comic franchise it's just stupid, right? You're green lighting films like that, and yet you're not green lighting Man of Steel 2. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, Wonder Twins? Like, are you mad? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous to me. Like, so that's why I love that Zaz. And remember, we said this when the deal was going through, that this is going to be a big improvement for Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And he's done the right things. He's brought in Alan Horn.
Yeah.
I'm sure he, as we said before, he's offered Feige, he's given Feige an offer. I'm sure.
Blank check.
I'm sure.
He's given Feige a blank check.
I'm sure. But Feige is so at home at Marvel now, I don't think he's going anywhere.
King of Marvel.
Yeah, he's not
He's
going
the
anywhere.
biggest superhero, Kevin Feige.
He's not going anywhere. I can see that now. He's not going. Because I thought he might be tempted, but he's not going anywhere. Kevin Feige's not going anywhere. So the next best thing is to get Alan Horn.
Yeah.
Who was his boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Alan Horn, he's clued up.
He knows a thing or two. If he's Kevin Feige's boss, it just shows you where he's at.
Right. So, you know, at the end of the day, I really want to see. I think it's a fantastic decision that they cancelled Batgirl. And I think that going forward, a lot of the creatives now are gonna be mindful of what they do.
Yeah.
I.e., not to churning out crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quality.
Guys, what do you think? Do you think this was a good idea to shelve Batgirl? And what do you think about everything else going forward? Which means they're also going to shelve Supergirl film, by the way, which they were gonna do.
Good.
Leave your comments down below and let us know what you think.
Yaka.